Folks, welcome back to my channel. It's Handmade by Shirley here. I've come on and I'm going to do, I've done my die cutting already because I had to do it quite a few times over. So I've made this panel screen card, and the screen card is on black card, which is 250 GSM. The card measures 9 inches by 7.5, and I scored it at 3 and 6. So I've got these Gemini dies I've had for a long time. So I've done the tree in the middle, and then I've done the cat either side. I do have a dog and I do have stags, so I may come on with the dog at some point. So as I say, it took me a wee while to cut all this out. So I'm gently just trying to tease this. It is cut, I'm sure of it, at the back. So I'm just trying to get off the excess. So just peeling that off as well as I can. Now my hand is a little better, thanks, if you were asking, and there was a few folk who were, and thank you for your kind words. I'm hopefully going next week to get a cortisone injection. I'm not sure, so I'm going to see the physio at my medical practice. So I'm hoping she might give me a injection. So because it's really quite debilitating and sore. So anyway, teasing this out. There we go. That's so these are lovely, and they've got a nice, you know, this leaves, if you do it in the black, it leaves a sort of nice, really nice silhouette. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up a background with my Distress Oxides and some other bits and pieces, and then I'm going to make it into this screen card. If it comes off, it'll come off. It should. It's been through the die cutting machine I don't know how many times, too many times. So just teasing these bits out, but you can see it's really lovely. And I mean, obviously I could make individual cards with this, but I just thought it's quite nice to do a sort of screen type card. Let's see, that one doesn't look like it's come through now. Pokey tool, let's just poke this away. It should be cut because, as I say, it's been through the machine umpteen times. I mean, I've put it through, run it back and forward about 10 times. So it should be fine. It's quite thick though, the card, but right, let's see if we can get this piece out as well. Just teasing it a wee bit. Come on. So I'll get all that out and I'll pop back. So right, I've got rid of those, thankfully. And what I want to do is I've already scored this. So I just want to go down the score line with it. I did definitely score it. Can't really see it. I think it's flattened it again, but I do have a score line. I might have to get the trimmer and score it again. So I scored it at 3 and I scored it at 6. So that's 6 there. So if I just bring it slightly over, that's fine. Score that there. So I should be able to push that back on itself. No, it's not going to do it. It should though. That's it. It just needs a little bit of help. So there we go. That's that first piece. And then I scored it at 9 as well. So I'll just get it into the bit where I put it. Scored it. Not 9, hit 3. I mean. There we go, and then do exactly the same with this, just tweeze it like that. There we go, and then, so what is actually, I mean, you could make a nice light as well with this. It's a fantastic idea. So, anyway, I've scored that, but what I want to do is get some white, just white card, and I'm going to pop down. I mean, that's nice in itself. That would look nice in itself as a card. But I'm just going to do some inking, and then I can cut it down to size. So, I thought I might do some smooshing. So, I've got various smooshers because my class today used some smooshing in the class. So I'm going to use a bit of forest moss. So I'm just going to do my normal, don't throw it at yourself thing, where I'll pop it onto there, I'll give it a wee spray. I'm going to use this squisher thing. So you're probably not going to see it now, so I'll do it on my side. So I want to get a bit of green along the bottom. I can put a couple of colours down, like that, and that's one colour, and that should be enough. Let me just look. Yep. So I'm just doing it on its side because you'll be able to see it. If I did it, I think the other way, I can always move it up a bit and just do the green down the bottom. So I've now got cracked pistachio. So exactly the same, just a wee bit on your board, and then just pop your wee scoochy thing in. And this is just a quick way. I could have blended the colours as well if I'd wanted, but I thought I would just do it like this. So let me just have a look over the top of this to see. So yeah, I think that's quite enough for the grass at the bottom. So just get rid of that. And then next I'm going to put in a kind of, I'm not sure, I've got some fossilised amber here. So I'm going to do that next. Just a sort of yellowy bit in the background. Bring out my spritzer and just do slightly further up the same kind of just thing, really, like that. So just creating a bit of a background. It doesn't have to be anything particular, just a bit of colour. Now I'm going to do a little bit of, not this one, we've got some ripe persimmon, so just a wee bit of that as well. So exactly the same, spray it, get that scoochy thing, and just put some of that on as well. Go, get rid of that, and then pop this back over just to see what it's kind of looking like. So it's starting to look nice. So I need to put maybe a bit of blue in the sky, a little bit of blue. So I'm going to use, I'm going to use Salty Ocean. There we go. same again. And scoochie. So just kind of going over, just going up and over. So I've dried that off, and I'd still quite like to do a sort of bit more of this. That's better. So a wee bit more of this. See if I can make some marks in the background, like raindroppy type marks. Come on. There's not an awful lot going down here. Last wee bit here, that's fine. Right, so just dab that back, and you can see that wee bit better now. Just give it another little dry, and then we can get it together. Right, so what I need to do, bring that back in, and that's what I'm planning to do. It's very orange in the middle. So I'm wondering if I could bring it down a bit more. Yeah, I think that's okay. That's fine. So what I need to do is I need to cut this back piece to this size of the, so 9. If I cut it 9 along the way here, I need to bring this piece out. So actually, if I do it, no, let's just see. I always tend to like to do my cards like this. So yeah, so I need to cut it at 9 here. So let's go this way. 9 here. Might need to cut a wee bit more off by, what was it, 9 by, it's not quite 9, I don't think, so that's 7.5. So let me just see, bear with me, I'll get there, So let's just do 7.5 this way. Roughly there. And we have to cut a few other bits off. Just might cut another little tiddly bit off this end. And then I need to do the scoring at the seam as well, or it won't work. So I scored this, if I just make sure, I scored this piece at 3. So if I score the back at 3 inches, that, and then it was at 6 inches. Let's just make sure that's correct. We'll get it round the right way, surely. So there, and roughly 6 inches. And then that should be right. So I hope it is. So I've done that. What I need to do next is I need to fold this one there, that one there, and that should give me my sort of, what do you call it, my, I can't think what it's called now, my screen card. So that's what I plan to do in the background. So what I need to do is make sure these two bits line up. So these two bits must line up, these two score lines must line up, or it won't work. So I might have to cut a bit here. Let's see, do they work? Let's see if these two score lines match up. So just absolutely crease it down there. And then, so these two definitely need to line up, and then this one here needs to line up as well. So it goes forward. So I need to just find that one there. That one should still be. Just faffing about, you know. Just hoping that this is all going to work out. My thumb's starting to get sore again, but not to worry. So, yeah. Oh, the cat. So, worked that all out. So now it just leaves me to pop it onto with some glue. And I'm going to use glue because it means I can swivel it into place. So I'm going to put glue on all of it around the back here and there, and up that bit. I'll do one panel, I think, at a time. I'll do a few wee bits on the trees. Not too much, don't want too much. A little bit on the cat. A bit on here as well. So, now have I done it the wrong way? Yeah, I've done it back to front. So, I'm finding the score line for that one, which is roughly there. And I'll probably have to cut a wee bit off. So, but that seems to be on the score line, and that looks cool. I think that looks quite cool. Like that. So the next piece is going to be this bit where the tree is. So pop some glue onto the back again, all up the side there, on the top, along that bit, on here, on some bits of the tree, maybe not all of it because you don't need to, you can pop on the birds. And then bring that across and making sure you are in line with that other piece, because you want it to manage to go in there. So we'll have to cut a bit off, or maybe not, because that's actually the other bit of the card. So, and then just making sure that that just fits nicely over there, like so, and that seems fine. So the next part is just gluing this piece into place. So just push it back over that way so we can get our glue onto here. So the same thing, we're just doing a wee bit on each area. Oh, a couple of wee bits on these branches. Like that, not too much. And then just bringing that across, like that. Making sure you're going to be folding it like this, so making sure that is going to absolutely come over, because that's what you want it to do. So just hold these down a bit for a few seconds. And then that's your card, but I do need to cut off some bits. I'm just going to do that before I actually see them done. So this bit at the top has got some white, so I'm just going to go over there and just take that bit off. That just, and the same along the bottom. I'll just take a bit off that as well. I don't think that worked that well, but that's okay. And then this side as well needs some of it, just to take away the white. And there's a wee bit there. And that is really basically it. That's my screen card. Oh, I think the bird isn't quite. So that's my screen card. So it's a lovely project to do. And if you've got something similar, you could absolutely do something similar to this. And yeah, it's just a nice gift to give somebody perhaps who's a cat lover. And then you could, if you had something else for a dog lover, as I say, we have got one for a dog as well. So, you know, it's just something nice. And then you could add in happy birthday or something, or best wishes. I've got these here, and you could just put in the middle or wherever, or down there, happy birthday on the card. So I'm just going to put that on as well. And I mean, there's lots of things you could do with it, really. Something like this. There's so many things you could just do. Just get rid of that blob of glue, not good on black card. There's like loads of, you know, stuff you could do. But I just thought I fancy doing this. So thanks for watching, and I hope that you let me know what you thought. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I'd love to have you here, and I'll be back soon with something else, and I'll be back on Sunday with my live stream at 4:30 GMT. See you then. Bye for now.